तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पार्षदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So Karan, may I know whom are you? I mean, can I know you? If you can put your video on, it'll be nice. Karan, you able to put your video on? Hare Krishna. And Pranay Prabhu and Virat Prabhu, you can also put your video on. Venu Prabhu, all of you. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Virat Prabhu, Pranay Prabhu also.
No,
Jai.
you can pick.
Thank you, Prabhu. So it's good to have video on, but that looks very personal then. Already Zoom is like online and that video on is good. Okay, so we are reading the book Nectar Devotion. And yesterday we read till where? You're not giving them laddus?
I will pick it up. You want me to add laddu? No, not right now. You can have a food.
Not food, Prashad.
Oh yes, sorry.
Okay, till where we read? You remember? Yeah, we were discussing about different social orders. This one we read. Correct, Virat?
Yesterday I was not there, Prabhuji.
Okay. I think we read this till here. 1% grasta from the okay. Yeah, principle of remembering the Supreme Lord and not forgetting. That was the main discussion we had. Okay, from here we can read now. If this injunction is followed, from there you can read. Karan, you'd like to read? Karan left now. Okay, Venu Prabhu, you like? Acha, Karan is there? You can read, Prabhu. 1857, who is there? 18572306. Okay, Venu Prabhu, you can read. Venu Prabhu. If this injunction is followed, from here you can read.
Oh, yeah. If this injunction is followed, then all other rules and regulations will automatically fall into line. All other rules and regulations should be treated as assistants or servants to this one basic principle. The injunctions are rules and regulations, and the resultant reactions are mentioned in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th chapter, verse 2 and 3. Kamasa Muni, one of the 9 sages who came to the instruct King Nimi, addressed the king and said, the 4 social orders, namely the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas, and the Sudras have come out of the different parts of the universal form of the Supreme Lord as follows. The Brahmanas has come out from the head, the Kshatriyas has come out from the arms, the Vaishyas has come out from the waist, and the Sudras have come out from the legs. Similarly, the sannyasis have come out from the head, the Vanaprasthas from the arms, the Grastas from the waist, and the Brahmacharis from the legs.
Yeah. So this is the Virat Purusha, supreme form, the supreme Lord Virat Purusha. In that it is mentioned that way, that how they have all come from the universal form of the supreme Lord, accordingly the way you read it. And before that, what he's saying is if this injunction, what is this injunction? That is always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. So the always remembering Krishna is a positive thing, like one should do it, and not forgetting Krishna is the don'ts. So basically, that's why we have for always remembering Krishna, we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We read Gita, we read Bhagavatam, we hear the classes, we participate in the Kirtan. That way we remember Krishna. And never forget Krishna means we don't indulge in activities which can make us forgetful of the Lord, like meat eating, gambling, intoxication, illicit sexual activities. All these activities we refrain from. So any activity which is taking us away from Krishna, that should not be done. That's why don'ts. And activities which will help us remember Krishna, that are do's. So this is the principle of this is the essence of all the rules and regulations. And all other rules and regulations are assistant and servants to this principle. If there is any confusion, we should always come to this point, that is it favoring me to remember Krishna or not? If it is not, then we can try to avoid it. If it is yes, then we do it. Not whimsically, under the guidance only, but this is the main principle. And then he says that how these different, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, they have come from different parts of the limbs of the body. So I request all the devotees to put their video on. Slowly they put their video off. I don't know why. So next, you can read. Who would like to read next?
These different orders of society.
No,
and
Virat can read.
These different orders of society and grades of spiritual advancement are conceived in terms of qualification. It is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita that the 4 social orders and the 4 spiritual orders are created by the Lord Himself in terms of different individual qualities. As the different parts of the body have created different types of activities, so the social orders and spiritual orders also have different types of activities in terms of qualifications and position. The target of these activities, however, is always the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, He is the Supreme Enjoyer. So whether one is a Brahmana or a Shudra, one has to satisfy the Supreme Lord by one's activities. This is also confirmed in the Srimad Bhagavatam by a verse which reads, "Everyone must be engaged in his particular duty, but the perfection of such work should be tested by how far the Lord is satisfied with such activities." The injunction herein is that one has to act according to his position, and by such activities one must either satisfy the Supreme Personality or else fall down from one's position.
So different parts of the body have different kinds of functions. Same way, all the different classes are different parts of the universal form of the Lord. So we all have different orders, and spiritual and social order, they have different kinds of activities. And they are natural, then that is natural, because if you see any part of community, any group, there are always the people who are intelligent class, they like to read, want to share the wisdom, they're good in grasping, there are people like that. And Kshatriya, the people who are administrative type, they want to make the policies and manage and do administration and all that. So that is naturally the Kshatriyas. And then people who are interested in business, they can do trading, now very good, they have the natural knack for business. And the people who can assist very nicely, they're good assistants. So like that, there are always people, anywhere you go, there are always people like that. So that is natural, because Krishna has created that. Now, but the training is required to make people, develop that potential. You want something? Just one, I'll give you. What you want? Subject?
I do.
Yeah. So like that. And another thing is that the purpose of all this is actually to serve the Supreme Lord. So if you see, if that becomes a focus now, then this kind of discrimination will not be there. Like, oh, no, I am higher, you are lower, because we know that everything is important for the service of the Lord. Like when you are going to the temple of the Lord, you don't think that, oh, leg you are inferior, oh, head you are, superior. Actually, leg is also going to the Supreme Lord. I mean, he's helping to go to the temple. Head is finding out the way, and then hands are maybe steering the, your vehicle or whatever. You're helping you to drive it well. So all the different parts of the body are collectively helping to help you to reach the temple, right? So you can be grateful to all the parts of the body. It's not about who is superior, who is inferior. It's about everybody is able to take that particular role to be able to help you to go to temple. Same way, the purpose is to please the Supreme Lord. So whether somebody is a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanprastha, Sannyas, in their situation, everybody should try to satisfy the Lord. Then there will be mutual respect, not this kind of hatred, discrimination. You understand at this point? So what happened that in this Varnashram system got collapsed and became perverted version, that is caste system. The caste system is bogus because first of all, they just go by birth. But Krishna did not say by birth. Krishna says guna karma bhavishyam, not by janma karma or janma. Guna karma. So no, the qualities and the activities accordingly. So there should be qualities and there should be activity also like that. If somebody may be having a quality of a Brahman, he can become a Brahman, but he's only engaged in activity like Shudra, then he is also not proper Brahmana. Like suppose somebody become a doctor, he has a potential to be a doctor. He may have some potential, he will become also, but he doesn't practice. Will you stay like doctor? No, only for namesake, but nobody will go to him to get treated. He should be also doing that activity. So same way that all this Varna and Ashrama, the whole purpose is to please the Supreme Lord. So we engage in a way in a social body that we collaboratively work to please the Supreme Lord, because all these different classes of people are required for different purposes, right? So and when we are having a purpose to please the Supreme Lord, then we can be grateful for everyone's contribution, not have this kind of idea. Because when they forget the Lord, they become only interested in their own pride. I am greater, you are high, lower, all that thing. Then the problem happens. Yeah, next. Pranay Prabhu, would you like to read?
Yes. For example, a Brahmana who is born out of the head of the Lord has as his business to preach the transcendental Vedic sounds or Shabda Brahma. Because the Brahmana is the head, he has to preach the transcendental sound, and he also has to eat on behalf of the Supreme Lord. According to the Vedic injunctions, when a Brahmana eats, it is to be understood that the personality of Godhead is eating through him. It is not, however, that the Brahmana should simply eat on behalf of the Lord and not preach the message of Bhagavad Gita to the world. Actually, one who preaches the message of the Gita is very dear to Krishna, as it is confirmed in the Gita itself. Such a preacher is factually a Brahmana, and thus by feeding him, one feeds the Supreme Lord directly.
Beautiful point. Huh?
Yeah.
So he's given the so Virat was asking a question that so different order of society is to serve and satisfy the Lord, not so much to maintain the society. Yeah, maintain the society for what? So the society can be peaceful when everybody is acting as per their Varna and Ashrama. There won't be unnecessary chaos. In today's society, so much chaos. Why? Because nobody is properly engaged as per their Varna and Ashrama. There's so much of chaotic situation, so much of distress and distress and agony and fights and so many dissatisfaction. So Varnashrama system, Varnashrama, as per that, if people are engaged, then they can be peaceful. Society can be overall peaceful. They'll be less chaotic. And then they can focus on devotional service nicely. So it supports, that's why Prabhupada says, Varnashrama is required for one to be human. Then you come to the human standard. But being human is not sufficient. One has to become divine. So it's like animal life, human life, divine life. So we should go to the divine life. If you only tend to come to just human level, Varnashrama will make you human, but you have to go to divine also. So for that, you have to engage in devotion. So when Varnashrama is there, then to perform devotional service for the mass becomes easy. Correct? Because materially, one is engaged well, is peaceful, properly situated, then he can, focus on devotional service very nicely. That's the purpose actually of Varnashrama. Clear, no? Virat?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
Yeah, and here he's saying the Brahman is the head of society, so his main duty is to preach the message of the Lord. So, Prabhu, you can pack. If you want to pack, please, so that you can take it tomorrow, whatever. Yeah, please feel free to pack. Yeah, so you got this point. So Brahmana is supposed to preach the message of the Lord. That is his main duty. So those are engaged in preaching the message, they are actually the Brahmanas. They are reading the scriptures, preaching the message. They are doing the work of a Brahmana. And the Brahmana also may be fed by people in general, like they invite in the house and they feed him. Because it said that Lord Vishnu accepts the food through the mouth of Brahmana. So not that Brahmana should become greedy for the food also. He's simply wanting to serve by spreading the message of the Lord, right? And he may just accept as a service. He may also accept some eatables, which is offered to Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, like that. And this is very important point that in Gita itself it is mentioned, those who preach the message of Lord, they're very, very dear to Krishna. They're very dear to the Lord. So, Arav, this is for you. You like Jagannath. So, you got this point. So those who preach the message of the Lord, so if you want to become very quickly dear to the Lord, one of the very easy ways, you preach the message. You explain the Gita. What you are learning, you explain it to others. That's why he's saying the preacher is very dear to the Lord. One who preaches the message of the Gita is very dear. That is there, Nacha Tasmad Manusheshu. That is there in 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Where Krishna himself declares, anybody who preaches my message to others is most dear servant of mine. There is no doubt about it. So if you want to become very dear to the Lord, spread this message of what you have read, you have to also preach. Correct. Who else? Xavier, would you like to read further? Similarly, from here.
Similarly, the Kshatriya has to protect people from the onslaught.
Kshatriya means the fight, the administrative class, like those can do administration, management. They can fight the war. So yeah, Kshatriyas, yes.
Has to protect people from the onslaught of Maya. This is his duty. For example, as soon as Maharaj Pariksit saw that a black man was attempting to kill a cow, he immediately took his sword, wanting to kill the black man, whose name was Kali. That is a Kshatriya's duty. Violence is required in order to get protection. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna directly gives his order to Arjuna to commit violence on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, just to give protection to the people in general.
Yes, so Kshatriyas, their main duty is to protect people from all sorts of Maya. How? They should manage the kingdom. They should manage the, whatever the community they're leading or kingdom, what they have, in a way that there is no miscreants who are troubling the citizens. And they should make sure that all the citizens have facilities, proper facilities, their needs are fulfilled so that they can properly discharge devotional service. So the purpose of the administration was to manage the kingdom in a way that everybody is engaged in devotional service nicely. That was the purpose. Nowadays, political leaders, they will stop. No, Bhagavad Gita is not allowed. You cannot do Harinam, Rath no. So much permission you will take. And they will. There was one big leader in India. So he was doing what? He was trying to stop. He was saying that why so many temples are there? He was telling better make industries. So you can see, like, so many leaders, they will, do all that. I heard that some CM or somebody in Andhra, they wanted to, Tirupati also, no? Tirupati, they wanted to destroy certain land or something. I don't know whether you're aware, Pranam. You might be aware. Then what happened, that CM died only. Somehow. Something happened. So anyway, the point is, the political leaders, they don't know this. They simply want to fill their belly. But actually, the purpose of the Kshatriya is to protect. That's the main purpose of Kshatriyas. So he's saying, Parishit Maharaj, when he saw the Kali, a black man who was trying to kill the cow, he immediately took his sword and wanted to kill this black man. So his name was Kali. Kshatriya's duty is that we should protect the citizens from any kind of miscreants, who are creating some kind of chaos, and by that getting disturbance, so that people will not be able to perform the devotional service nicely. Violence is required in order to give protection. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna directly gives his order to Arjuna to commit violence on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, just to give protection to the people in general. So that is important. So that is the main duty of a king. The king is actually supposed to offer protection and provide facilities and facilitate the devotional service of all the citizens. That was the main purpose of the king. And that is the purpose of any leader. Any leader, he should manage his subordinates in such a way, help the subordinates in such a way that eventually they can be facilitated for the devotional service. That is so important. If you are a teacher, your father, you're anyone, friend, you should see that for whom you are, under whom you are, sorry, those who are under you or whom you have some influence, they should be facilitated devotional service. That's the main purpose. So we should help them to engage in devotional service nicely and elevate their consciousness. Help them to become Krishna conscious. So I'll pause here. Any reflection? Quick, you can share one reflection, then we can end. And how is your health, Pranay Prabhu? Is it better?
Yeah, it is better. Yeah.
Now climate also is becoming better. Hopefully,
Yes.
it will be good. Yes. One point quickly. Go ahead. Prabhu.
Prabhuji, my reflection is that different sects of society have different responsibilities and different duties in order to serve the Lord and show love to the Lord. Not just to serve society, but also use those layers of society to serve the Lord. And for example, the example was given about Arjuna. So he is a Kshatriya, and the Lord instructed him to fight to protect the people because he was a Kshatriya. So different sects of society are given different duties. Unfortunately, these duties are these like different sects are mistreated by humans because it creates segregation and it creates separation in society by the non-godly persons, because people believe that, oh, just because someone is born a brahmana and they remain a brahmana irrespective of how they behave, when actually, like you mentioned, the action of the certain sect of person is much more important than whether they were born into that sect or not. And the example you gave was of a doctor, that just because someone's first name is doctor doesn't mean that they're a doctor. They have to actually be able to look after someone and treat someone. Otherwise, no one will go to them. Same with the brahmana.
Correct. Yes, it is, Brahmana, but not preaching. That is not perfect.
Mhm.
So that means if somebody is only interested in gratification, trying to just gratify the facilities of that particular Varna and Ashrama, and forget the purpose of performing devotional service and pleasing the Lord, then the whole thing is spoiled. Then they are corrupt. That's the main thing. Purpose should be remembered. Purpose is to perform devotional service. Correct. Yes, like a Kshatriya, he forget the protection and facilitating devotional services. Then they will become greedy. Then they will start exploiting. So that is a bad government. So that's why every leader has to be Krishna conscious. And then only they will do the service of making everyone else Krishna conscious. In their own way. Brahmana by preaching, Kshatriya by protecting and providing facilities for devotion service, Vaishya by raising the funds so that what is required for proper conduct of all the events and temples and everything is provided, and Shudra by assisting. But everybody's goal is to help individually, collectively grow in Krishna consciousness. Yes, Pranay Prabhu, Xavier Prabhu, Venu Prabhu, and Purnamata.
Yeah, so we discussed about the injunction, right? So basically, one should act according to his position and also like should do activities which would like satisfy the Lord, right? So that we can keep in mind, like whatever activities we are performing. And so it should satisfy the Lord and should be according to the Shastras. Yeah.
Whatever we're doing, like whatever Varna Ashma we're engaged in. Yeah. And eventually, as we practice Krishna consciousness, we understand also what all. Of course, there is always role of Varnashrama and Krishna within devotional service also, because certain devotees may be able to do certain services more naturally. That is fine. And gradually we get to understand it more and more, become more clear. Same with ashrama also. Which ashrama would be better suited for somebody to practice Krishna consciousness? You can gradually understand it. Yes, who else is remaining? Xavier Prabhu?
I don't have one today.
Sorry?
I don't have one today.
You don't have? Really?
No.
You look very tired, Xavier.
I joined late, so I don't have one today.
Yeah. I felt like you are just looking for some, time to take rest, I think. Your face looks very tired. Okay. Venu Prabhu, you have any point to share?
One shouldn't use their role for personal gratification. They should just do those things that are assigned to them, just to serve the God, not for any personal gratification or to use it in the society or for anything.
Yeah.
They shouldn't order for what they are assigned. So they should think that even though for society purpose they were divided, but when it comes to, they should remember that what society they belong to. So because once they have that in mind, they will get all that greed, aham, and ego, and all those things.
Like Kshatriyas are, they are given taxes.
Yeah.
The tax are paid. So tax means a lot of wealth will be there.
Yeah.
So then they should use that tax for the service of the citizens, protection, facilitating their devotional service. For that purpose, they should use it.
Yeah.
But if that goal is not there, then they will use it for other purposes. Maybe building their own comforts more, making their comfortable situation more comfortable.
Yeah.
Or for their own some purpose they will do it.
They shouldn't feel that, oh, if I don't do this, nobody can do it. I'm better than the other brahmanas or this thing, or without me, only because of me, everything is happening.
Yeah.
I'm more important than others. Then they get all these thoughts once they think of.
So they should be having a mood to serve. So with the tax also what is given, so they get tax so that they can use the tax in the service of the Lord. Right? You can use it for protecting them and facilitating their devotion service. Same way, Brahmanas also they are paid respect. They get the tax of respect. So they should not enjoy that respect. They should actually use that, because when the teacher is respected, then the student can receive also the knowledge well. Correct? No?
Yeah.
The degree you have respect for the teacher, so that degree you can receive the knowledge nicely also. So that's why Brahmanas are respected. But that respect is not for their self-aggrandizement. It's not for that purpose. It's not for enjoyment. The respect is so that they can use that in serving them. That means now the knowledge can go very easily. They can pass on the wisdom and directions. They can give direction. They can facilitate them, guidance they can give, so that they can very nicely practice Krishna consciousness. All of them can very nicely smoothly go ahead in their life, practicing and advancing in devotional service like that. Correct.
And they should all think that everybody is equally important and everybody is contributing equally.
Yeah, correct. And Poonam Mataji, you want to share some point?
Yeah, they always remember Krishna and never forget. Krishna means activities which take you away from the Krishna, we should not follow it. He is the supreme enjoyer, so whether one is Brahmana or Shudra, has to satisfy the supreme personality of God by his own activities. Just like Brahmana is the business to preach, Kshatriya is duty to give protection to the people, and Vaishnava is the just raise the funds, and Shudra just like
Assistant.
it's
Yeah, assisting all the other. Yeah. Okay, so we'll pause here. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. God bless you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.